Hello and welcome to TrashTaste. As you can see, I'm dressed up nice and cute today with this nice cute maid apron, super kawaii. And the reason for that is today we are going to be making the TrashTaste pizza, courtesy of Connor or CDawgVA.
This is vile. I know it sounds gross. Hear me out, right? I tried the hot dog in the crust pizza, and I fucking loved it.
Now this pizza is incredibly cursed. It is a New York style pizza from Domino's with hot dogs rolled into the crust. And on top of that, I'm gonna throw Joey a bone and I'm gonna put cheese inside the crust as well. The difficulty of this cook, it's probably around 2 out of 5. It's really not that hard. The only thing that takes the most amount of time is, well, the dough. And the dough, we're actually gonna make an easy, no-knead dough that anyone can basically do. The amount of effort is completely minimal. We're gonna make an easy tomato sauce and we're gonna top it with some nice sausage. You'll be able to make it at home, no stand mixer, nothing. Just a bowl, pot, etc. Pot as in pot, not the weeds.
No.
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our sauce. And to make our sauce, we're gonna start with the lifeblood of every Italian, tomatoes. Make sure to spill it all over the place because that's how you truly get the flavor in your sauce. Next up, we're gonna add about a half a can of tomato puree. I personally do not like the flavor of raw tomatoes. I prefer cooked tomatoes, so I like my sauce to be a little bit stronger on the umami side. Next up, take your little yubis and crush up the tomatoes.
Yay! Yubi!
I like to use my little fingies because I can feel how thick the sauce is, or how thin the sauce is, depending on how much you crush it. Next up, we're gonna add some anti-vampire dust. Peasants call this garlic powder. Get cracked out on some black pepper to taste. I'm gonna be the first YouTuber to ever pronounce Worcestershire sauce correctly, which is just crushed up little fish juices. You wanna add about a tablespoon of that. Next up, we're gonna add some fire seeds, some thyme, some parsley, and some oregano. This is essentially Italian seasoning with a little bit of heat. You wanna kind of incorporate it into your sauce and bring it up to a simmer, and you're done with your sauce. Next up, we're gonna make our dough. Make sure you use the highest quality all-purpose white powder that you can find. To our flour, we're gonna add in a teaspoon of both farty bugs and some sugar. Now you wanna add in 1 to 1 1/4 cups of dihydrogen monoxide, which chemically in this world is just water. When you first start mixing this dough, it's gonna start out shaggy and kind of rough, just the way I like it. I recommend starting out with 1 cup of water. Along the way, if it doesn't start coming together, you can add an extra 1/4 cup. The dough should be a really wet dough and very, very sticky, but it still should come together in a ball. Now, you're gonna take this ball and you wanna store it for around 30 minutes, and that's gonna help hydrate the flour and let it absorb all the water you did add. It'll come out nice and soft and supple. You should be able to start kneading it over itself and rolling it into a ball. And it should be nice and smooth and nice and soft and nice and supple, just like the real thing and not silicone. This is a no-knead dough, so once you fold it over itself a few times, that's all the kneading you basically have to do. Next up is the time you guys have been waiting for, the time that we get to play with our wieners. This here is some hot Italian sausage, and we're gonna have to remove the casing in order to get it in the pan and crisp it up. So I just want you to kind of stroke your wiener after cutting the tip, and you'll be able to get all the meat out from inside. Now this is one of those do as I say, not as I do moments. Do not use a metal fork to break up the meat. Somehow break up your meat and then basically start crisping it up on high and try to get as much fat rendered as possible to get super crispy, meaty bits of hot Italian sausage. We're really looking for those dark brown caramelized bits because they're going to taste phenomenal. Next up is coagulated cow boob juice. This is the string cheese version. I know it is not fresh mozzarella, but that is wetter than a 4-Town or a BTS concert. It will make your pizza way too moist and absolutely ruin. This is actually a really good way to get a melting cheese that isn't pre-shredded because it doesn't have all those anti-caking agents in it. Next, we're gonna roll out our dough and we're gonna start working it in our hands to try to get it as thin as humanly possible. You'll be able to see that it's getting really thin because it starts window painting and you should be able to kind of look through it. Now, we're gonna take our actual pizza steel and we're gonna stretch out our pizza as far as we possibly can. Fix any little holes if something broke in there, and now we're going to start adding the hot dogs to the crust. So we need to try to stretch out the crust as far as we possibly can go, so that way we can roll the hot dogs inside of it. These are just some wieners that I put under the broiler. We're going to basically quarter them, and we're going to roll them in. Each hot dog will also get an accompanying quarter cheese stick. That way we're basically creating a giant mozzarella hot dog cheese stick in the crust. Now you want to take each one of your hot dogs and cheese sticks and make sure you roll the crust over And it's going to be really important here to try to keep everything nice and tidy and try to seal the gaps. That way the cheese doesn't leak out from the crust. Now you want to spoon your cooked sauce onto your pizza. This sauce here is very, very hot. I recommend you let it cool down before you do this. However, for the sake of time for the video, we're going in hot. After your pizza is nice and saucy, you want to make sure that you put on as much cheese as you desire. These next steps are really about customizing the pizza and making it your own. You can add as much cheese, as much sauce, as much meat, or whatever additional toppings you'd like. Finally, we're going to add our crispy, beautiful, hot Italian sausage that we cooked up earlier, and this basically should almost finalize our pizza before putting it into the oven. Now, when you put it into the oven, your pizza needs to be a literal hellfire, 500, 550 degrees, as hot as your oven can possibly go, and your cook time is going to really vary depending on that. Your crust will change colors from golden brown to darker between 8 and 15 minutes depending on how hot you can get your oven. Here I'm finishing the crust off like Domino's does with a little bit of butter and garlic salt, essentially, and you just brush it around the edges of your pizza, and that's what they add to the edges of the crust, at least in the United States. And there you guys go. You have now created the official TrashTaste hot dog pizza with Italian sausage, hot dogs in the crust, and a little bit of cheese in the crust, courtesy of Joey and Connor or CDawgVA. I'm really interested to see how this pizza actually turned out, so let's cut a slice, take a look of a close-up, and we're going to dive right into it. Alright, let's give the pizza from TrashTaste a try. I'll go right into the crust to see what the deal is all about. Just tastes like a hot dog with some cheese. I wouldn't say it's nothing too special. I mean, besides that, the pizza itself is excellent. It's even got some browning at the bottom, some leopard spotting. Pizza crust is phenomenal, very New York style. But I don't think the hot dog adds anything to this pizza. Sorry, Connor. I don't think you win this one. 7 out of 10, at best. And that's just because it tastes good as two separate things, like a crispy hot dog or a regular style New York pizza. But something to write home about. There's nothing that adds to this experience to say hot dog pizza is really that good, because it's not. It's just kind of two meals stuck into one. Thank you guys for watching Tbsp. Today we did the TrashTaste cursed pizza with the hot dog in the crust, and while it may not be good, it was a fun video. So thank you to Connor or CDawgVA for the idea of this abomination to pizza. It's very okay. Make sure to tweet at him that it's pretty subpar if you make the recipe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more videos in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course give the video a like now that dislikes don't exist. Now, thank you. Have a good day.